All right, hey everybody. All right, this is your second video for the trial month or the 28-day challenge. We're not gonna go back over things from the first video. You should be talking to me through TrueCoach in order to get the best information, how to handle those things. So we're just gonna get right into nutrition, okay? Nutrition is where weight is lost, all right? Exercise will help you burn a set amount of calories, but it's much more important for the health of your joints, the health of your muscles, the health of your spine, and for your ability to move more vigorously, okay? So exercise moves the needle because when you're starting out, you're not strong, you are not able to move quickly or you'll get hurt. You exercise over time, you get stronger, you can now move more quickly with less risk of getting hurt, and therefore you're gonna be able to burn more calories, build more muscle, all those other things. So we're not gonna talk too much about that because Amanda, Tanner, all the coaches have you handled in classes. When it comes to nutrition, today I'm gonna give you a very simple framework on how to understand food, okay? You're gonna get an attachment in this email, and you must watch this whole video or you will not be able to understand it. You're getting an attachment in this email that is what I call a nutrition welcome packet. It has information about portion sizes, information about an example day's worth of meals, what they look like, how many calories. And it also has what I call the nutrient calorie tool, okay? So here's the thing about nutrition, and this is gonna be the lesson today. We're gonna use the board, and then you're gonna use the documents in this email. Our body, our whole conversation around nutrition these days is around calories. Nobody is talking about nutrition. What we're doing is we're taught to eat a certain amount of calories or less than a certain amount of calories in order to lose weight, get healthy, cure diabetes, reduce risk of heart disease, whatever. This is hugely flawed, okay? Now here's why. Your body first requires nutrition. What I mean by that is, think of calories like fuel. They're like gas in your car. Your car needs gas to run, but nutrition is like motor oil. Without motor oil, your car will run for a little while, but it will die early, right? If you don't replace your oil at the 5,000 mile mark, your car will die at the 20,000 mile mark instead of making it to the 150,000 mile mark. Gas does not fix that. Gas just gets it running day to day. Motor oil gives your car longevity. And that's what we're starting to think about or we're referring to when I say nutrition versus calories. Nutrition is the motor oil. It makes your hair, your skin, your hormones, your chemical interactions, your metabolism, all of your nails, all of those things work optimally around nutrition. They have nothing to do with calories. They don't care at all about your calorie deficit, your calorie total. What the hell? They don't care. Okay? So that's the first thing to understand. Now, when it comes to that, your body always seeks balance, first with your nutrition needs, and second with your calorie needs. That means your calorie needs are secondary to your nutrient needs. What that means for you is if you're somebody who has never focused on your nutrient needs, your body will at some point tell you, hey, I no longer work properly. It doesn't matter how many or how few calories you give me, I'm not gonna work the way you want me to work. What that amounts to is you eat the amount of calories your nutritionist tells you, and yet you still don't lose weight. Or you eat the amount of calories that your nutritionist tells you and you don't gain muscle. And you're like, what the hell? Why? Am I broken? Is this me? And the truth is, there's a problem there because we never addressed nutrient intake. We never addressed what are the things that make your body work for the long run so that when you eat the right amount of calories, your body can do what it's supposed to do, all right? So that is where we come into this little graph that I'm gonna draw here for you. You've got this in your email as well, attached to this email. It's called the Nutrient Calorie Tool, all right? And basically we break food, don't worry if you can't see me, we break food down into 4 categories. Category number 1 is what we call N plus, C minus. N refers to nutrients, C refers to calories. This is nutrient high, calorie low foods. These are things like proteins, vegetables, and some fruits. All right, specifically berries, okay? When it comes to this type of food, you need 1 serving of protein and 1 serving of a fruit or a vegetable per meal per day. Okay, pause. Per meal per day. That's, your portion sizes are gonna be in the attachment as well, but a portion of protein is a palm size of protein. Okay, so visualize that like a piece of fish or a piece of chicken or a piece of turkey. Okay, and then a serving size of vegetables is 2 palm sizes. Okay, that's 2 palms. A serving of fruit is 1 palm. All right? So your meal, every single meal must have 1 palm of protein, 2 palms of vegetables, or 1 palm of protein, 1 palm of fruit. You need that. Your body will literally crave that. If you do not feed your body nutrients first, it doesn't know what's on your plate. If you have a plate where the first thing you start eating is spoons of rice, we haven't talked about rice yet, but if you start eating spoons of rice, your brain doesn't know what else is on the plate. It just starts consuming rice and it says to itself, oh, this is a really hard place to get nutrition. There's not a lot of nutrients available in this. Eat more. And then you start overeating a food that normally should not help us get fat, but does because it doesn't have any nutrition in it, and our brain says, this is all I've got available. I'm gonna have to eat tons of it to get the nutrient requirement I need. And then all of a sudden you've eaten thousands of calories of carbs, and that's why people tell us carbs are bad. Like, there's no reason carbs are bad. It's because we overeat them because they're the first thing we eat and there's no nutrition in them. All right? Now, if we return back to this is number 1. This has to be your first priority. Number 2, N plus, C plus. Nutrition high, calorie high foods. This is things like cooking oils, fats, avocados, nuts and seeds like chia seeds, flax seeds, acai, what else? This is also things like nut butters, peanut butter, almond butter, all that stuff. That's basically it, all right? These are high in nutrition, so they're very, very good for your body. They're also high in calories because they're a serving size, for reference, a serving size is about 200 calories for any of the food groups I put on here. What's 200 calories of protein is a palm. 200 calories of a fat is the size of 2 thumbs. Tiny, right? So in the amount of weight or the size of that food, you get a lot more calories than the other foods on this list, okay? Now, when it comes to this food group, you're gonna get 1 serving per meal per day. And that's important again because it's high in nutrition and that's our priority first. We don't have to worry about calories here. Okay, part number 3, nutrient low, calorie low foods, N minus, C minus foods, okay? N minus, C minus. This is your carbs, starches, bread, rice, pasta, beans, lentils, garbanzo, chickpea, that whole list of stuff, okay? They are not high in calories as we are taught. 1 serving of bread, which is 2 slices of wheat bread, normal square size wheat bread, is 160 calories. That's the same amount of calories as a serving of protein, as a serving of fat. It is not more fattening, it is not more calorie dense, it is not more whatever we've been taught. Again, the fact comes back to the same thing, which is if carbs or starches are the priority item on our plate, and that's the first thing we eat, our brain tells us we are not gonna have access to nutrition, so it prompts us to eat more. Okay, now, this is just gasoline. There's no nutrient trade-off in this item, all right? We don't have a high level of nutrition in this item, so we don't need a lot of it. It's not because it has extra calories. It's because it doesn't have any value for us other than for fuel. So this works the following way. You get 1 serving of carbs per day, every day. That's your God-given right to carbs. 1 serving per day. On days where you meet your step goal, what we talked about in the first video, on the days where you meet your step goal, you get 2 servings of carbs. Okay, that looks like 2 meals with a carb. All right, now, if you don't meet your step goal, but you get a workout in at the gym, you've also earned yourself a 2nd serving of carbs. You earn yourself 3 servings of carbs per day, not per meal, per day, if you both meet your step goal and work out that day. All right. You have permission to eat carbs. We're talking about the closest to non-processed carbs we can get. We're talking about your rice, your beans, your pasta, your bread, and we're talking about normal sized pieces of bread. We're not talking about French rolls or ciabatta or baguette. Those are big. Like, they're not normally packaged or normally portioned, okay? So this is your plate. 2 servings from protein and veggies, 1 serving from fat, 1 serving per day of a carb. if you've done your steps or your workout, you get a second serving, all right? There's a fourth category here. I'm gonna make it small. It's gonna be on your nutrition calorie tool, but the fourth category here is N minus C plus. You can imagine what that is. That's nutrient low, calorie high foods, and that is your treats. That includes things like sweets, fried foods, dairy, condiments, salad dressings, caloric beverages, ice cream, treats across the board, you name it. It also includes alcohol, okay? N minus C plus are also multi-ingredient foods. They're foods with multiple ingredients that have a longer than natural shelf life and therefore have more calories per weight than the other food groups. That's where things get dicey with this food group and why we don't why we're so confused about how it affects us. For example, a protein bar fits into this category, N minus C plus, because despite having protein, it's a combination of a ton of other ingredients that probably has a sugar adhesive that keeps the whole thing together, and it's really a sugar bar that also has protein in it, all right? It's a multiple ingredient food that has more calories in it than is advisable. How do you use this tool? Attached to this email, you have a daily food log that has the exact amount of portions from each of these categories that you should be eating on an average day. We're not tracking calories, we're just tracking portions of the right foods. You're gonna use that daily food log for the next 7 days to track how frequently are you selecting foods that then fit into the right category, and what does your day actually look like? Are you eating 10 servings from category 3 here, N minus, C minus, and 1 serving from category 1? If you are, you don't need to worry about calories right now. You need to worry about getting the right foods, and I guarantee you your body composition will change. So, to repeat, attached to this email, and you're gonna watch this email with these attachments probably a second time, you have the actual list of all of these categories along with what foods fit into them, what categories of foods fit into them. You also have how many servings of each food from each category you get per day and what the rules are. Then you've got an example meal plan that shows you how an average 3 meal plus 2 snack day looks on a non-workout day and on a workout day. Then you've got a graphic that shows you portion sizes using just your hands, so you can weigh and measure things with just your hands. You don't need a scale or cups and stuff. The final thing you're gonna get is this daily food log paper that has all of these categories listed out with exactly how many, no more, no less, you should eat from each category per day, so you can start to see if you're actually eating the way we're designed to eat or if you're not. You're gonna use this, you're gonna track this in True Coach with me. We're gonna talk on True Coach. This first week is all about learning what foods fall into what category through experience. It requires practice. Ask me questions, log your foods. I'll answer, I'll give you suggestions, I'll tell you where things accurately belong. From there, we're gonna build the working knowledge for our excellent 2nd, 3rd, and 4th weeks of this challenge, where you can actually make educated and informed decisions about your nutrition. All right, again, you can email me or text me, eric@crossfitencino.com or 818-419-8046. That's my direct personal cell. Talk to you soon.